Happy January. I still got some sun outside, man. This is dope. Getting over here and having sun out is nice. I mean, it's dawn, but I like it. You know, it's a whole lot better than feeling you're just going home at night. You know, you feel like you still got some of the day left. Maybe you guys are into that, though. Maybe you guys are super into burning midnight oil. Anyways, gents, I have found a liking for spicy nacho Doritos. And I have to say, you know, they got a little, I mean, they aren't hot, don't get me wrong. You know, if you're a spice guy, I'm sure you know those are like nothing. But they got kind of like, they kind of hit that desire to have something a little spicy. I wouldn't say spicy, but you know what I'm saying. Like, they kind of get that itch, that kick out. But you gotta eat a lot of them for them to even be like ever so slightly spicy. But I found that, you know, I like them a whole lot better than regular nacho Doritos now. I mean, I like nacho Doritos, but spicy nacho, man, those are the best. 100%. And, you know, my buddy says he really likes the sweet chili, the purple bag. You know, I don't mind them, but I'm more of like a savory guy. Like, if it's a savory thing, I want it to be savory. You know, I want it to be salty. I don't want it to be sweet. So that sweet chili really isn't my vibe, but he says it's like the best one. I'm like, okay, you know, you do you, boo, whatever. But spicy nacho, I think it's pretty darn good, man. I haven't really tried any of the super spicy ones. I tried Flamin' Hot Doritos. Those were so mid, incredibly mid. The Flamin' Hot Cheetos are way better. Anyways, though, big savory guy. Like barbecue burgers, not a huge fan, because, you know, I don't really want sweet. Everybody talks about sweet and salty, but I'm not really a sweet and salty guy, you know? Like, if I want something sweet, I'm gonna have something sweet. And if I'm gonna have something salty, I want something salty, you know? Same thing goes with wings. Anyway, big bag talk away. It's freaking Tuesday, back day. I'm hype. I hope these T-bar rows go better than last week. Last week went good, and dude, I was so sore. It was crazy. I was like, what was I doing differently? So I think we might have to keep the weight a little low. I don't think I was able to really pull 4 plates or T-bar roll 4 plates. But those 3 and that 3.5, man, they took my back out. I ain't gonna lie. Maybe that with a mix of low rows. But overall, though, I was sore for probably a good 2 or 3 days. Probably wasn't over it till Thursday morning. So that tells you anything. Soreness isn't a really good gauge, or it's not the best gauge, but it is a gauge, you know? Like, it's more muscle damage and muscle tearing. So, I mean, you know, there's here's and there's about that. Everybody's like, don't base your workouts off of soreness, because eventually you don't really become sore. I mean, you do. Don't get me wrong, I still get sore a lot of the time, especially leg days. Good Lord. But like chest days, I'll get sore. But I really don't take it as a huge gauge on how well I'm doing, or how well the workout went. I'm gonna go off feel, and if I left that day and I was like, that felt good, then I know I had a good workout, you know. But anyways, I gotta finish my pre-workout, man. Been slacking. Rolled with the windows down, playing some Deftones, having fun. Pinky up. Gentlemanly. Yeah, man. Having a great day. Had a great day. Pretty chill day. Honestly, I can't say that I worked my tail off at work. Kind of ran out of work, and then I had some stuff that was just stupid stuff, dude. You'd be surprised. Honestly, you know, all the advice about don't work on cars if you like cars, I won't lie, it's kind of true. Don't hate me, but I'm just saying, if you like cars, don't do them as a career. Keep them as a side hobby. Because half the time you just get stupid stuff, especially if you work on new cars these days, you get people coming in with warning lights that came on or they didn't come on at all, or they say some, and you're like, bro, chill out. Like, are we for real? It's even worse with the car brand that I work on. Everybody thinks it's got to be, since it's a relative or a pretty high status brand, the car's got to make no noise. It's got to, excuse me. It's got to make no noise, and if there's even a slight little creak, it's like, oh my gosh, please stop it. It's like, dude, you know, I do get it though. You know, if I'm paying $150,000 for a car, then, you know, hater to love it. I'd probably complain. I don't know how much I care. You know, now being on the other side of that, you know, I'm not gonna make a technician waste 5 hours of his time to find this little creak that I can only hear when the car is completely quiet. Like, I'm not gonna be playing music a lot of the times. It's like some concerns you're like, dude, play some music, bro. Small rant over. It's pretty gnarly, but it's a fun brand to work for. I like it. It can be fun at times. I would say it's really just the community aspect you build with the other technicians around you. That's such a big deal with work, because we have two shops. We have our top and our bottom shop, and the top shop, man, they're a bunch of older guys, and no hate to them, but they're like so anti-fun. And you know, you gotta have a little bit of fun. You gotta, you know, toss a few, throw a little words back, have some fun. And I'm not saying you gotta slack off at work, but I'm just saying you gotta have fun. How are you gonna enjoy life when all you can do is you come to work for 10 hours and you can't mess around a little bit, man? You know, you got a job to do, and if you ain't getting your job done, then there's a concern to be had. You know, don't get me wrong. And you are flagged, so, you know, it's all dependent on you focusing and getting your work done. But if you can master the aspect of having fun and then also getting your work done, man, it's a beautiful job. It's pretty fun. You can get paid pretty good. You know, you're not making $250,000 like an engineer would at like Dell or something, but you know, you're making good money. You know, it's nothing to scoff at. 21, I think I made $60K last year. You know, so I mean, it's truly nothing to scoff at. But I mean, it's not $250,000 a year, which is gnarly. I could not imagine having that much money rolling in. It'd probably be nice, but it'd probably be stressful, because the work would probably be super stressful. Anyways, though, I know I said that like 5 times. It's back day. I gotta finish this pre-workout. It's gonna be a fun time. Really happy with how chest went. Not gonna lie, I said that a lot last video. Loving it. Day 22. It's more than day 22, but I lost count. Some videos I didn't record, and then one didn't upload. So we're just gonna go with 22. Probably just gonna keep it with 22 and not give that whole spiel every time, but we're going. It's January. Super nice seeing the sun out. I can't wait till daylight savings, to where it's gonna be daylight out. I don't gotta use this light all the time, and it's gonna feel good, man. The sun's nice. You never really think about it I didn't really think about the sun until I started working, and I gotta drive in like almost or about 45 minutes to and from, so I'm wasting 12 hours of my day, man. I don't like barely ever see the sun. Unless I walk outside and grab a car, but it's like, am I really enjoying the sun? No. Am I really seeing the sun? Man, that's why I'm so pale. Hey, look at that. You can't see you can't even see the crevice of my, now you can. The crevice of my elbow, because I'm just that pale, because I can't go out in the sun. Only time I have to go out in the sun is on the weekends, which is crazy. I think that's super unhealthy. I do take vitamin D, though. Make sure you're doing that. If you aren't getting sun all day, vitamin D. If you're inside playing video games all day, you only leave for, you know, if you have school and you go work out and you come home and play video games, take some vitamin D, bro. You're gonna get vitamin D. If you're in football practice, you know, baseball practice, sports practice, you might not need it. But, up to your decision. I know when I was having football practice, it was at like 6 a.m. in the morning, and you never see the sun, and you only see like dusk right before you went out or went up to school. That's about all you got. And then you come out, and then I'd go work out, and then come home and play video games. I never really saw the sun either. Sun's important though. Make sure you're getting your vitamin D. Anyways though, I want to see how these T-bar rows go. If they go good, it's going to be hype. Alrighty boys, I'll be in there. Alright gang, not gonna lie, currently running on one earbud. So, it's a little interesting. It's kind of throwing me off. But, still getting it though. Let's go. Alright. 3.5. Keep going. Alright. 3.5. Let's see how this goes. That 3 and a 10 felt awesome. Holy shit. Sorry. Whew. Alright. Hopefully I can get a good pull down machine. That's up next. Alrighty. Some pull downs. Ooh. Holy. Only I can wrap my hands around the bar. There we go. Oh. Alright, let's go. I think that was 10. God, I hope so. Whew. I'm gonna do 180 just there. Bumped up 200. See how it feels. Feeling good though. Everything feels awesome today. So that's a plus. Alrighty. See how many of these I can do. Ugh. Ugh. Nope. Oh my god. Holy. That shit's heavy. Low roast time. Oh my goodness. All right, keep her going. All right. This is interesting. It's not the normal one that I use, but didn't adjust the weight. Let's go. I didn't record my low rows because the low row machine's kind of in a weird spot and people were using the machine by it. I didn't want to put my camera equipment over there, so that's why I didn't record it. It was pretty good. Let's get this second set going. All right. Oh, let me go up. Here we go. Oh. Oh my goodness. All right, on pose. Dang, don't look too bad there. Whew. Hope it's lit up right, but screw it. No idea. I have no idea if that's even a pose. But looking good, dude. Let's go. That's hype. Alrighty. Cardio time. Hopefully it doesn't suck, but we'll see. Catch you on the car. Holy crap, gents. I'm gassed. That cardio killed me. Had a great workout though. I want to explain it. I guess, I don't know. Hopefully I said it loud enough. But the reason I didn't record my low rows, which I did, just for the record, 2.5 plates each side. And then I did 2.5, and then 2 plates, a half, and then a 10 for my final set to failure. So, felt pretty good.
Felt kind of off because my shoulders started feeling a little weird throughout, so maybe I was ego lifting a little bit, so I might need to check that. I couldn't vividly remember what I did the week prior, so I was kind of winging it. I think I winged it a little too hard, and yeah, but nothing hurts, and no injuries or anything like that. I think I was just pulling with it a little weird, but I think I kind of figured it out towards the end. But other than that, though, every lift went great. Those T-bar rows felt awesome. I think I hit 6, and then the rest were like half reps to failure. Pretty much all out. Pull downs felt great. 200 was a bit hard, but I think that's kind of the purpose. It's got to be hard. And then low rows were good. And then pullovers were great, so that's pretty good. Man, I just want to remind y'all, man, talking to a gentleman inside, look, if you like an exercise, don't let anybody, hit your basics. You have sections of every muscle, chest, upper chest, mid, lower. Some exercises hit both or multiple. Incline hits all 3. Flat hits decline and middle. And then decline, I think it's mostly more a decent bit of middle and lower too, I believe. Hit your basics. You always got to have one, or you typically got to have one of every section of movement. But when it comes to that, man, pick whatever exercise you want, whatever exercise you feel best. There's not going to be a point if someone's like, this exercise is 5% better, but it feels terrible to you. Dude, it's probably not 5% better for you. Could be 5% better for somebody else. Could be 5% better for your homie. But don't matter. Doesn't mean you need to do it. Do what you need to do, bro. Gotta create your own opinions. You gotta experiment. You gotta use your own body as evidence. Because you know your body better than anybody else. Some people might be able to help you with your body. I'm sure the really experienced coaches can see wide clavicles or wide shoulders and see, okay, this exercise probably isn't going to be great for you, so and they might put you on a different exercise and you might like that better. So there's those instances, but in general, I would say that, a lot of the times it's not going to make a difference, but it's always worth trying. It's never shoot it down without trying it. Always give it a shot, because you never know, it could feel even better, or it could just feel just as good, but it's 5% better, so you're getting 5% better every time. Just something to think about. And then, man, I'm kind of out of topics. Just feeling good. I don't know why. This week has been feeling great. I went to bed at like 12, I think, last night, which is kind of crazy. I wasn't expecting. Although I will say I've been focusing on omegas. I think I talked about that yesterday. I got a super big thing of, it's like omega 3, 6s, and 9s. Super high dosages. Not like stupid high, but like Nature's Valley or whatever from Walmart. And it was like $15. And, maybe it's placebo. It could be placebo. But I think it's making a difference. I just feel like I have more energy throughout the day. And I've been making sure to keep my hydration up and get my creatine in, but maybe that's something to try. Make sure you're getting your vitamins. Talked about vitamin D earlier. Fish oil. You probably don't eat enough fish. It's got to be fatty fish too, so you definitely aren't, if you're on a cut. Probably aren't eating very much fatty fish on a cut. Although you could be. I think even fatty fish is pretty lean. So, but you gotta have, I think it's like ocean fatty fish to get excuse me, the proper amount of omega 3s and eggs. If you eat a boatload of eggs, bro, shoot it. You still should probably take a little bit. Maybe don't take as high dosages, but eggs have omegas, and that's important for your testosterone, and testosterone is important for your energy. Energy is important for your workout. It all comes together. Maybe I need to start dosing in some Fedosia agrestis too. I have some of that, Tonkat Ali, that at least proven ones. Huberman talked about them. So
Probably need to focus on that. I just don't really know when to take them. Kind of finding that out. I probably need to do a little bit of research on the dosage time, but I don't know if you need to take it with food or if you can just take it, you know, raw dog in the stomach. But I don't know. I have to play around with it. I'll probably have to look at it again. Probably have to watch Huberman's video in dosages. But hey, man, it's a good day. Hungry. I just got 2 days left of work this week, and then it's a 3-day weekend. So count me in. Count me in. Friday's gonna be a fully rested leg day. I do gotta watch my food though. I'm gonna make sure I keep my food in check. I think it's gonna be a good week. I think that's all I got though. Love y'all. Don't start it today. Or sorry. Don't start it tomorrow. Don't start it next month. Don't start it in 6 months. And definitely don't start it next year. The year just started. What are we talking about? Don't start it when you're ready. Start it right now. Whatever you do, you just gotta do it. You gotta do it bad to do it good, you know? Righteous man falls 7 times. I think that's a great visualization of failure. You know, it's not even in a negative sense. You know, like a lot of people refer to it as falling into lust or something like that, but you could use it as a way of accomplishing goals. You know, you might fall down once, you might fail once. I mean, hey, if you're working out, you should be going to failure, man. Failure every day. And every time you hit that failure, you know you're going up and up and up and up. And you're just off to the races, baby. On the horseback, going crazy. Anyways, guys, get it started. Look, if it's 11 o'clock, you should probably go to bed. And start it tomorrow. But tomorrow. Not the day after tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow. Hopefully that makes sense. You know, don't go into tomorrow and be like, I'll do it tomorrow. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if it's the 3rd, you do it the 4th. Not the 5th. The 4th. Get it started, man. Come on. Get to it, guys. Anyways, y'all. I love you. Any sort of critiques are appreciated. Always trying to improve. Y'all have a good night. God bless.